let me just talk about this energy because it came out initially in those 4 messages that I mentioned. First of all, we have a situation here. This is the Fool in the reverse position. With this card, it's generally a very good card, okay? When it's in the reverse position, it's sort of like getting into a situation that might not be good for us, or not being cautious and methodical about the planning stages, not having a blueprint, getting into a situation that could be construed as, being a little bit like in over your head, biting off more than you can chew, feeling very frustrated that you have to deal with a very detailed, tedious work process, or even like a very tedious circumstance. And you're just like frustrated and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I'm just going to wing it. And I mentioned earlier, I feel somebody is coming into the picture and they're kind of like looking out for you, and they're telling you, I don't think this is a smart way to do this. There is a smarter way. Here's what you can do. So I feel like you have somebody like this who is giving you messages, who's giving you these warnings, and who's giving you some wisdom and some insights as to what not to do so that you don't end up in a predicament that you're not ready for. So I feel the energy of somebody telling you, just push a little bit harder, just persevere a little bit more. You're almost at the end. I feel like you're getting your own cheerleader. Not only are they acting or behaving as your emotional support and your cheerleader, but I feel like they have already been there and done that. And they're telling you, based on my own experience, here's what you should not do, or here's what you should do. And I feel that you need to really, really take their advice, okay? Some of you might be dealing here with an air sign. So this is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. This is somebody that I feel you've had a tumultuous relationship with, okay? So some of you, this can be a family member, and others, this can be a friend. And I feel that you need to take what they say to heart, mainly because they know you're really independent. And Aries, you are one of the most independent signs of the zodiac, you and Aquarius, but you are classically, you're going to do what you're going to do. And sometimes you're going to repeat the same mistakes because, when your heart and mind is set, you're ready to go, and you don't really think long term about repercussions down the line. There are a lot of things and pitfalls that you don't really anticipate. So this is a person that has the wisdom and the hindsight, and they're going to tell you, I've already done what you are about to do, and I'm telling you it's not going to be, a pretty outcome. And I feel like they have been very, very hesitant in the past about telling you what to do or what not to do, because they don't want to infringe upon your individuality, and they also feel like I don't know if the Aries person is going to listen to me. So I feel like they've been kind of on the fence, like, should I tell them, should I not tell them? And I feel like you have some type of an intuitive psychic connection with them where they know what's going on with you. Like, if you're happy, they feel it. If something is wrong, you automatically get a phone call from them, or an email from them, a text message from them. So I feel like you both are very psychically connected, and they're going to be figuring heavily in the picture for this month to steer you away from some potential pitfalls and to give you some very solid, practical advice as to what you need to do. What I'm also feeling as well with this person, for some of you, this might be a romantic partner. And I'm feeling, so we have here Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is a relationship that you have worked really, really tirelessly at. And this person is kind of lacking in a sense of direction. They're not really sure. They feel a little bit stuck to me. They're not really sure where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to be doing, and what their purpose is. So I feel like they were stuck in a little bit of a rut, and you were on your way out of this situation, and there is a chance here, an opportunity here for a major do-over that I feel would be really good for you, where you're not the only one working hard at the relationship. The other person is going to be on board and is going to I want to say like, do their fair share, commit, and give you a lot more clarity and certainty as to where you stand with them and what they intend to do for the two of you as a unit. Okay. So we have some good things here. We have some major reassessment and revisit, when it pertains to a person or, a person giving you, very solid, clear advice. The other element that jumped out at me here based on this spread is we have the Two of Wands, and we also have here the Hermit. So I have a massive dose of spiritual energy that is coming in for you, and I want you to be very careful for this month. First of all, this is you kind of like looking out into the world. This is what I usually call somebody who's not, who has itchy feet. They feel the need to constantly be on the go. They feel like they feel claustrophobic inside the house, and they have to do something. They have to travel. They have to, they might have difficulties being alone. Okay. So I'm sensing for some of you, you're contending with this, and you feel like you have to stay active. You feel like you feel like you deserve more, or you feel like the grass is greener elsewhere. So it's kind of like feeling a little bit like getting like the short end of the stick, where you're just like, why is everything happening for other people? But why aren't they coming in for me? You, for example, if you're a female watching this, there's a tendency here to compare our lives with other people and not being so grateful or not being thankful for what we're given. I'm seeing for females, for example, you might be comparing, your friends, and everybody's getting married, having children, settling down. And you're just like, oh no, my biological clock is ticking. When is that going to happen for me? And then I also feel like for males and females, career-wise, everybody is, advancing professionally, and everybody is very financially savvy and very financially well off. And professionally, they're where they need to be. They're able to travel. They're able to explore new territory. They're able to, be very mobile. And I'm stuck here. So I feel like, for many of you, this is a month in which you are gently, while you're distracted with, what could have been and comparing your lives with other people, you are getting this spiritual nudge here to tell you to be very thankful for everything that is coming your way. And especially, to anticipate that things are going to get better, things are going to look up, and to be very grounded and humble and appreciative of everything that's coming into the picture. They're going to come in surely, but slowly, okay? Slowly but surely. And they're going to be, they're going to meet your expectations. It's just, there's a time and a place for everything. And once you're in a situation where you are thankful and grounded and, just able to live in the moment, that's when the universe will start to reward you with the things that you really need rather than the things that you want. Okay. So these desires of ours, they might just be temporary. They might just be desires that are coming in because we tend to compare, our lives with other people. I'm sensing as well, for many of you, there is this major push here for you to expand outwards a little bit. So we have here opportunities for travel, opportunities for dealing with people from a different walk of life, opportunities for you to grab new, endeavors, new income generating projects, to travel, to mingle with people that you normally wouldn't have, and especially to just, bust out of your geographical location a bit, just to see what else is out there, what else is happening in the world. Okay. So I feel like this sense of like, feeling connected to other people, that is something that you're really longing for. And I also feel an element here about this very deep rooted yearning to travel overseas, to see new locations, to, take a breather from work and really rejuvenate your energy by traveling either with a significant person or significant other or just a significant friend. I feel like travel opportunities are coming in for you, and you're trying to get other people on board. You're trying to, make travel arrangements with a group or with one other person. And the universe is telling you, don't put your plan on hold. If they, for whatever reason, can't make the trip, and you find yourself kind of stuck with the ticket, and you might be like, oh, I'm traveling alone then. Take the trip. Just do it for yourself, and especially, give yourself that opportunity to be on your own and to experience things on your own. I don't feel there's anything wrong here when we have to travel, alone, because it's through, these major experiences that we can really have time to introspect and reflect. And I feel like it's going to provide a lot of insight and self-awareness for you. I feel like you are heavily talking about traveling with another person. What I have here is a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. And this can be their sun, moon, or rising. And I feel like you guys are making some major, major big plans to travel. You guys are also making some major, major concessions, like even starting projects with each other, and even, trying to figure out the next step. For some of you, this could be a relationship partner that you are in a long distance relationship with. And for some reason, I feel like you are either they're constantly traveling to see you, you're constantly traveling to see them, and you both, it could be like a relationship partner or just somebody that you are romantically involved with here, because this is what I normally associate with a long distance relationship. They as well can be different from you, like culturally, ethnically. I do see a big element here about interracial dating somebody that there might be like a major age gap, or there might be like a major, just major differences between you and a relationship partner. It keeps things interesting, I feel, for many of you. For Aries, and I feel like for Aquarius, different age gap and also different ethnicities, cultural beliefs, and things like that keep things very dynamic and keeps you on your toes. And I feel like you like getting to know people from different cultures and different walks of life, and you like people that are different from you. So I feel like it's a very, very complementary energy that's coming through. Sagittarius as well. So Aries, Aquarius, Sagittarius. I feel like you like that element of differentness that comes into the picture, and that can make your relationships and friendships even very dynamic and very exciting. Okay. The other element that really jumped out at me here is I feel like there is a lot of future forward planning that is coming into the picture. I'm sensing many of you are letting go of past issues. You are encountering a place of higher wisdom here, higher calling. You're letting go of petty energy, power struggles between you and other people. So whoever it is that you're dealing with, family members, love relationship partner, even, at work, wrestling for coworkers for the best position, the best hours, the best pay. All of these things are kind of like, they don't really matter for you anymore moving forward from this month of August into the end of the year. So this is basically letting old habits die so that we can reinvent ourselves. Because we are now planning long-term for our future. We're not going to revert back to, that sense of materialism, buying a lot of things. I feel like a lot of you are saving up for things that bring a lot more value to your life. So for example, you normally splurge on accessories for your car. You're going to start saving here for some type of travel opportunities. If you have normally splurged on, nice things like designer purses, designer clothing, I feel that you're going to downgrade and get rid of things that you don't need. So I feel like while you're getting rid of things, right, you might sell them again, like downsize your closet, downsize the expensive items in your life. You might sell things and receive that financial windfall. So I do feel like there is a major big vendor vibe, but I feel like some of you are getting rid of physical items that might be incredibly lucrative items that you no longer need because you don't feel the need to be attached to material things anymore. And then for others, taking better care of your health, being more conscious about, doing new things every day and to expand your horizon. So we're letting go of old patterns of behavior. We're letting go of unhealthy habits, and we're letting go as well of unhealthy ways of relating to other people, because I feel for this month, you might realize that, I don't need to compare myself to other people. I am where I need to be. And so this sense of competition that might have, forced us to keep up appearances, keep up with status, keep up with reputation, keep up with something. I feel like it is tiring, and you don't want to enter the race. You don't want to be a part of it anymore. So I feel like you are definitely figuring out, grounding yourself and starting to understand, what's really important for me. What are you doing to really add value to your life? I feel a lot of you are taking courses, language courses for many of you, so that you can communicate when you travel. You are taking, doing things, especially education, to expand your horizon. So taking additional language courses to even, upgrade your skills so that you get, paid more at work, so that the work is made easier because you can communicate better. For example, I'm also feeling for some of you, there is this major drive and impetus to do more, to add more value to your life via continuing with higher education, finishing up a coursework that you might have left behind, doing some major, I feel like, career advancements for yourself. So that means, putting in a lot of overtime. I feel this is massive overtime here. Gaining a lot of money in the process. So I feel like doing a lot of overtime. Going back to school for some of you, because I feel like you feel like it's going to help you financially. It's going to help you, break through that glass ceiling. If you feel like educational attainment has been the one major blockage from your end, I feel that you are going to do things to allow you to go back to school, to expand your knowledge, and just to make you give you more opportunities in the professional front. Okay. The last thing that I want to end this reading on is I'm sensing some of you. I mentioned whatever is meant for you is going to be returned to you. Some of you have some things that are coming back, some people coming back, and you used to feel a specific way about these people or these things. And you're turning over a new leaf here. There is major progression and growth that has happened for you within the past 2 months alone. And especially since the time of March. This is the time of Pisces. And I feel like now that it's coming back in, you're not really sure that you want it anymore. You're not really sure that it's for you anymore. So you're doing some major reassessment. And for some of you, even though the person or the thing might come back into the picture, you're just like, is this for my greater good? Because I'm no longer materially attached to it anymore. I'm no longer toxically attached to that person anymore. So is this still for my greater good, or am I better off just turning over a new chapter and moving on? Okay. So Aries, things are going to be very unexpected this month. And I feel like you're getting thrown curveballs left and right, but I don't feel any of these are challenging. I don't feel that they're confusing, because I don't feel the fog is lifting for you guys for this month. Okay. We do have Mercury in retrograde. It's going to run through September. So I want you to be very careful when it comes to signing contracts and driving in particular. You guys have a habit of really pushing that the pedal. So be very careful about speeding, being very careful overall about, if you have to run errands, for example, make sure that you have a shopping list so that you're not forgetting things, because that can be really frustrating. Making sure that you watch where you're going. Okay. So if you have to be somewhere and you're meeting somebody and it's a new location, make sure you look, leave the house early so that you can get good parking, so that you know exactly where the place is, because I feel like there are some issues with GPS mapping system where they say the location is here when it's over here, and then you're going to run like half an hour late trying to get to the other side. So just make sure that you have logistical things worked out, and slow down when you drive. Look carefully when you walk. Okay, so I just want you to be very careful, because I feel like this is kind of like not watching where you're going. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like you're gonna have many pleasant surprises coming into the picture, and the important thing is things that you no longer want, they're coming back around, and you're going to be very sure about whether or not you still want something, because it's coming back around. Okay.